Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna start off with probably the easiest video. My farewell to Matt Smith video. Which Matt, if you ever come over this video in any way, shape, or form, please forgive my sloppy intro and please keep listening because I just want to show my respect. Okay. Um, you were the first doctor. The first doctor I ever encountered, and it's not even that long ago. It was last summer, and it was The Angels Take Manhattan, and it was the episode that made me. I actually watched the episode twice, two or three times during that day because it went on reruns, and it made me curious enough about the show to finally check it out because I've heard a lot about the show before. You're from the same generation, um, so like I've heard about it, but I've never really sought it out. And since it wasn't on TV in Norway, so there really wasn't any reason for me to. I was more a Star Wars kid and stuff like that. But I really liked I really liked Matt's performance. I liked. I'm going to talk about him that way, not directly. Sorry, dog. Um, um, the way he performed the role, the body language, the humor, the quips, the technobabble, the timey wimey, basically. Um, it really caught my interest. It really made me think that this show actually could be something that I would probably enjoy. I'd heard about the Weeping Angels from Welshie from that guy with the glasses.com, and since since it was the time of the angels, I checked it out, and I really dug the idea of the monsters. As long as you look at them, they can't move, and as soon as you close your eyes, poof, there they are. So yeah, that got me into it. I Matt Smith is my that would make Matt Smith my first doctor. But after that, I got I got home and I went on Netflix and started checking the series out. But then I went straight to episode one of series one. So Eccleston was the man who cemented the show for me. Um, and I watched it and I grew to love it. It turned out to be one of my favorite shows ever. I have collected the whole run of the show so far. Not started on the classics yet, but now we got a little break, so could be the time to do that. Um, and I've never collected a series this fast before. There's a reason. Like The Wire is probably the series that I put highest in the world when it comes to writing, when it comes to characters, when it comes to educational value. That it's a show that isn't what it seems like. A lot of people will discard The Wire because they think it's a gang, yo motherfucker show. Like they think it's a hip hop show for kids. And as everybody who has seen it knows, it's more of it is social commentary on what went on in Baltimore City at those particular times in history, and still do. And it was portrayed by people who lived there. It was a real show with real people with real stories, and that's what I want from a show. And I find Doctor Who to be the equivalent of that, um, the fantasy equivalent. It's a show that can be anything. It's a show that has real values and real lessons to actually learn, both adults and children. It explores ideas that most grown-ups are even afraid to think about. It looks at times like a cheap, low class, low budget show, but it's so much smarter than anybody who hasn't seen it give it credit for. It's so much more thought out. Whatever problems you have with Moffat's tenure or RTD's tenure or whatever, this is a show that takes so much more thought into its writing process than most other, at least TV science fiction shows, like, or if you can even call it that. And it's a show that can be anything, and it can be about any one thing, and it's just great. And my point is, Matt Smith did it fantastically. I was also a big fan of David Tennant. Great Doctor, great episodes. Just a perfect fit for the role, but so was Matt. He was just, he embodied the Doctor in a way that it doesn't. I don't think a lot of other people could. The way he brought age into it, the way he, of what I've seen of classic Who and all the way up to now, he's actually, even though he's the youngest to play the Doctor, he always seemed like the oldest one of the group. And of course, that's what he was. And he was supposed to be the last body of a tired, tired old Time Lord. But you could see it from day one. The age, the the wisdom that was supposed to be in there. And that is something you can't just do. That's talent. And I think I'm not scared about Capaldi's run. I think he's going to be a great Doctor, and I think it's going to work out perfectly. But we have lost something that we probably are not going to see again in, except for in the specials, where of course Matt Smith's going to be back. He will. I think he was the epiphany of the happy-go-lucky Doctor, the midlife crisis Doctor, the younger way. I think a lot. If they try to go younger again, they're going to probably try to emulate what Matt did, which would be a mistake. So that would be a pitfall to go to try to avoid. But what can you say about Matt? I'm sorry for rambling about all other stuff, but every single episode of his tenure, even the ones who are a little iffy on like story or maybe plots or whatever, he is always great. He didn't turn in a single bad performance. Like, if I can just go through, bear with me on this. Like, my favorite Smith episodes would be the 11th Hour with I don't even want to go through, but like the 11th Hour, Vampires in Venice, Vincent and the Doctor, The Lodger, Pandora Opens and the Big Bang, Christmas Carol, a fantastic Christmas story, Impossible Astronaut, Doctor's Wife, the Rebel, not the Rebel Flesh, but the Almost People. When you have the two Doctors together, that's just brilliant. Good Man Goes to War, the Captain Runaway speech and all of that. Night Terrors, good creepy. The Girl Who Waited, Doctor Light story, but still he carries it and he has to lie to Amy and all that stuff, and he does it great. Closing Time, Stormageddon, stuff like that. That just kills me. I love that. Wedding of River Song, great episode, great performance by Matt Smith, but still, well, not that great of an episode. Dinosaurs in the Spaceship, Town Called Mercy, Speak Horse, that stuff was cool. The Power of Three, the speech from the Rings of Akhaten, Cold War, High Journey, all these Crimson Nightmare in Silver. Nightmare in Silver. I don't care what you think about the Cybermen in the episode. If you like it, if you don't, if you whatever. When Matt Smith is battling himself as the Cyberplanner, that's cool. They're here, I don't see, that's really cool. And those are my favorite episodes. Name of the Doctor was a great start, a good multi-doctor, and it is a multi-doctor episode because you see, all, even though it's stock footage, um, the banter with Tennant in this, in Day of the Doctor, just excellent, and the ending moments in Time of the Doctor, and the old man performance, everything he did, all the way to the end, the whole rock star way he regenerated. It's been a pleasure, Matt, to explore these episodes. You're a fantastic actor, and we're gonna be sad to see you go, or we was sad to see you go. I heard there was some talk of if Smith was gonna do another season, that basically this episode would be that season. That first episode, he arrives at Translore and Christmas, and the series would be him battling everyone he's battling here, all the way up to his regeneration, which that would be cool. But for what we got, it was an awesome ending. So thank you, Matt Smith, for introducing me to a great show. Thank you for all the joy and laughter and all the other people that you've inspired. The new fans you've drawn in, except with not me counting. We wish you all the best in the future. Can't wait to see you back for whatever specials they cook up. Hopefully, maybe even already in 2015. We got so many hundreds of years of blank room in the Doctor's history that you can always come back, and that's a good thing. Yeah. See you, Matt. See you somewhere else. I'll keep an eye on your career. Wish you all the best, and have a good day, sir.